What's up, y'all? It's your girl Amanda, and we are back with another episode of Mandy's Quick Reviews. This episode, we are reviewing FreakNik, The Wildest Party Never Told. So, if you guys have never seen this, it is on Hulu, and it was released March 21st, so probably a week or so ago. And basically, it is about the creation, rise, and fall of the original college party, FreakNik. And every time I hear the word FreakNik, I always think about that one episode of Sister Sister where Tyreek, Jordan, Tia, and Tamara, they all drove from Michigan to Atlanta to go to FreakNik. But it was also weird because that episode was filmed like in the 90s, like towards the end of FreakNik as we know it. So I guess that was kind of a homage to it, which is pretty cool. And then Maya and Blackstreet were there and all that good stuff. So old and nostalgia, right? So this documentary is on Hulu, and I don't really watch Hulu. I have Hulu, I just don't really watch it. And my platform thoughts is that it's perfect for uncensored content, which it did have a lot of uncensored content. Because if you show like a documentary like this on like I don't know TV before 10 o'clock, then you know yeah that wouldn't fly. So also uncensored content, as in like uncensored music and all that stuff. Get your mind out the gutter. Hulu does have a Black Voices section, so if you go on the Black Voices section, it has like the Black TV shows, the Black documentaries, the Black cooking shows, and all that stuff. Black Voices has been on the platform forever. I don't think they'll ever take that off, and it's perfect for any Black entertainment content. So as you guys know, every documentary I review, I do my discoveries. The first discovery, well, y'all gotta understand, I didn't know nothing about FreakNik besides the sister sister thing because by the time I was born, FreakNik was starting to dwindle down. Like, Olympics of 1996 was probably being worked on. I was born the year before, so they were probably getting the committee and everything together. So, the end of days of FreakNik, I assume. So it was started by a young college crowd who went to Atlanta and they just had a good time, created this big like park party, and it was created by young Black college students, which I also think is cool. So I always would hold that to regard. If you guys look close enough in some of the parts, you'll see some familiar faces. The first familiar face I saw was Claudia Jordan. So if you guys remember, probably in the middle of the documentary, it was three women on a balcony in Atlanta. It was Claudia Jordan and her two friends. And then the second familiar face I saw was Cecil from Married to Medicine, who's Dr. Simone's husband. He was in there as well. Um, the documentary told stories, the good, the bad, the ugly. Um, Told the good stories of how it was created, the bad, when traffic was backed up all over Atlanta, and the ugly, when a young lady was attacked, which we'll get into that in a minute. So, good, bad, the ugly. It told the story of how the Olympics came to Atlanta. So it showed the behind the scenes, it showed the outrage of it, it showed the mayor and all that good stuff. So that was pretty cool to see because I personally don't know when the Olympics come to town. Well, not come to town, but I don't know when they come up and all that stuff. Oh, Olympics. Okay, cool, Olympics. Um, I saw college students enjoying themselves. I guess me, I like to watch Black people enjoy themselves, dance and party and have a good time and stuff. So it was a nice sight to see during the nice part of the documentary. Um, Also, there were attacks on women. Like those were during the later days or the end of days of FreakNik. A young lady went on there. She told the story of how a purse went missing or something, and she went in the crowd and basically she got caught in the middle and she was attacked. She went into detail about it. I don't want to repeat it because that's just too tough on me. But she did go into detail about that if you check that out. And lastly, they tried to revive the festival. I think anything that was done and is now considered nostalgic should be left alone. Don't revive it. Like the new Good Times animated series on Netflix, I'm absolutely not watching that because I think the original Good Times that came out when my mom was like a teenager, that's the good stuff. Like, but this whole new revival of a classic series, and I watched the preview of it, it just didn't make sense to me. I didn't know. So yeah, no, don't revive FreakNik. Don't bring anything. Don't add anything to it. So this is the part what I liked. I liked seeing the fashions. I love 90s fashions. I have a nice Tommy Hilfiger collection due to what I've seen growing up. The pictures of Aaliyah when she was in that Tommy Hilfiger two-top and the overalls. And then there was a picture of Destiny's Child. They were in nothing but Tommy Hilfiger. So I do love 90 fashions. The entertainers on there. We did see Rashida from Love and like y'all would think, oh, Rashida from Love and Hip Hop. No, yeah, she's from Love and Hip Hop, but she was also a legendary rap singer in Atlanta, and so was her husband, Kirk. Kirk was all over the streets in Atlanta too back in the 90s. You saw Uncle Luke, king of booty shaker music, and you saw Jermaine Dupri, because who knows? We all know So So Def. So that ran Atlanta for years up until probably like the late 2000s, I would say. Just saying. I like the music. I love 90s music. In the beginning of the documentary, the founders did reunite at someone's house. They got to sit around and do like, reminiscing and all that good stuff. And the kind of happy ending is when they try to revive it. It looks a little bit more positive, but it's a effort of you try, but it's not what it used to be. So, but that was still good though. What I dislike was that it was not a multi-episode documentary. I think if it was a multi-episode documentary, it would have been extended. You know, it would have told like maybe it. I think in my opinion, this documentary had like a little bit of holes. You know, and a multi-episode documentary would have kind of filled those holes. So yeah, because I think the end, it was kind of rushed to me. So I'm having a multi-episode documentary would have been great. The stories of the perverted issues and the people touching the young ladies and all that stuff. Like I mentioned before, the young lady who was attacked and her clothes ripped off. I don't like to hear about that, but that is what kind of killed off FreakNik as it was. So no one ever wants to hear about anyone getting attacked like that, and it was just terrible. And this documentary, in a way, kind of put a bad light on Black people, because it does showcase the foolishness and the turmoil of FreakNik to all to see. So I just, yeah, I think that kind of did it there. So I always do my Mandy stars. I give it a 3 out of 5. I did like the production, how it was set up. It did not look cheesy. It had some great people in there talking about their time. But I didn't like the ending. I didn't like to hear about people getting attacked and all that stuff. So that's what kind of brought it down to a 3. If you are new to my channel, you can like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace.